What's good, everybody? RJ Sean here, back with another episode of Off the Top Show, SpartanDawg edition. As you see on the screen here, got my good brother, Tony Lippett, a.k.a. Lip. What's happening, brother?
What's the wizard?
Let's go ahead and hop right into it. Man, tough loss for the Lions. They went ahead and lost to Commanders 45-31. It's like you just know, even if you say your team doesn't win, but you just know the outcome with just predicting. It's wild. I mean, I don't know if you guys have tuned into the previous episode before this to where he says if this goes ahead and gets into a shootout, which it did, that the Lions would be able to go ahead and possibly maintain. As we see here, they didn't,
The Commanders.
The Commanders, yes.
Yeah.
They went ahead and did their thing, man. Talk to me about this game from your lens. I already gave my input, but obviously talk to me a little bit about this.
Man, I mean, like you said, we talked about it last week, and I was like, man, I remember asking you, like, which game do you feel like would be more of an upset?
Yeah.
And I'm like, which game would you feel like would be more of an upset? I'm like, I think if Houston beats the Chiefs, I think that would be a bigger upset than if the Commanders beat the Lions. And some people was like, I don't know about that, man. The Lions, they look good, man. You see what they just did last week to Justin Jefferson and Addison and Sam Darnold, and you see what they've been doing to teams all year. And I'm just like, yeah. But what if they go down early in the game? And then it changes up the whole way they want to call the game, they want to play the game. So as I'm watching the game, man, bro, first off, Jaden Daniels, like I said last week, when he stepped on the field, he's the best player on the field between all of the teams. Between your 53 and his 53, he's the best player on the field, and it's been like that for 2 straight road playoff games. And he a rookie. Like, this is something crazy for me to be saying for him to be a rookie, but I'm like, bro, I want to see him continue to do this, but Jaden Daniels is special, bro, because he will beat you from the pocket. And it's on time. Like, it's decisive. I'm seeing him just going through quick out, get the quick spot, get the quick pass, throw it over your head, waiting for stepping over here a little bit so he can elude the sack and step into another pocket, create another pocket over here. Like, man, he is super dynamic, super special, and he just won that game. But they scored 28 points in the second quarter. 28 points. But the funny thing is, he threw for 299 yards passing in the game. He threw for 249 in the first half. And throughout the whole second half, so that's only 50 yards he threw for in the second half. They still end up scoring 14 points in the second half. But they threw a 30-yard pass in the second half for 1 completion. So he threw only for 50 yards in the second half. And one of those was on a 30-yard pass with like 5. So he had like 5 completions for 50 yards. And they still ended up winning the game. They still ended up dominating the game. The Lions were just shorthanded. I said, hey, man, Jared Goff turned the ball over. He has to have everything perfect around him working. And still, even when you do have things around him perfectly working, he still might turn that ball over, throw it to the other team, and let that stock up. Because, like, when you got a team that can put pressure on these game manager type quarterbacks, and that's not a shot versus him, because to win, like Patrick Mahomes has been a game manager these last couple of years. Now, we know that Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, but if you break all of the flair away, if you break all of his ability to scramble and do all of this, he's the ultimate game manager. And that's what you love about Patrick Mahomes, because he can win from the pocket with the best of them. He can compete. He can put his team in great fucking field position and all of that. Just knowing the intricacies of the quarter-to-quarter play, drive-to-drive play. Okay, they just got a point. We need to get some points right now. Okay, they just turned the ball over. We got to get some points out of there, so we can't turn the ball back over. You feel me? Like, okay, it's 1st and 10. We just lost some yards. Let's get half of that back, then let's get half of that back. You feel me? So it's just like Jaden Daniels is doing that. He's doing that. And when the Lions get behind and it turns into a shootout, which I said, if it turns into a shootout, that means defenses have not shown up. So if defenses have not shown up, Jaden Daniels is going to take over this game. And I said, he's probably going to take over for like 6 touchdowns. He only had 2 touchdowns. He only had 2, but he scrambled with his legs. He was 16 carries for 51 yards, extending the play, especially on the 4th down play where he handed off and rolled out to the right again. And Arnold was looking in the backfield, not reading his keys. He should have read the end man on the line of scrimmage. Once he blocked down, he should step up, and he would have fell. Jaden Daniels would have fell right into his lap. Now it's mano a mano. Is you gonna tackle him or he gonna make you miss? That's what it is. But if you're not reading your keys and doing your job, you're going to get lost in the sauce trying to make a fucking play on the other side of the field when that ain't your job. But I like how Arnold played this year. He's a good corner, but rookie's going to sometime rookie. You feel me? They're going to sometime be like that. But great game, man. Great game for the Commanders. Great game for Washington. Washington definitely has a new sheriff in town. He runs that shit. And it's crazy because he going to do this for like, let's say he do this for the next 2 years. That's MVP type of years, but he playing on the rookie salary. He should be able to get paid right now. Like, he should be able to go ahead and get his $50, $60 million a year right now. But he got to wait.
Right.
And they be trying to take your money when you get it. Oh, well, you ain't. No, bro, look what I just did my first 3-4 years. I went crazy, and y'all pay me minimum money for that. But when I get on the back end of my contract, if I'm not as productive, you want to try to take money back away. No, not try. They take money back away.
They're going to.
So or force you to take a pay cut. And if you don't do that, they'll cut you. And that's the biggest pay cut you can say. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
Jaden Daniels is special, man. He willed his team to win. They ain't got one of the best defenses in the league. They ain't led by defense. They led by Jaden Daniels. He sparks the whole team. He sparks the whole offense. Shout out to Jaden Daniels. And we got a fucking game in Philly this week. That's all I'm going to say. We got us a division game in Philly.
We definitely going to get to that. I mean, shout out to Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, if you know anything of him, his little stint with the Arizona Cardinals and then going ahead and getting in this position and leading, obviously, Jaden Daniels. I said earlier in kind of my segment of just doing the Midwest recap that it's so important to go ahead and have that relationship between your offensive coordinator, quarterback, head coach, to where you trust this guy. It's like you have those meetings. You know how those meetings go where, you know, you come in, you look at what you're going to do against this team. What type of plays do you think are going to work out? You see it happen throughout the league. And when you get on that comfort level to where you're able to let him do what he needs to do, he's a rookie. He doesn't really know these coverages. He really doesn't know the NFL like that. And him to go ahead and do what he did in Ford Field against a very good football team.
A 15-2 football team.
In a division winning team. And you go ahead and put up basically 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and your completion percentage is over 70. Hello. Hey, you got this formula right now, Commanders, that you need to keep this going for a long time because he is going to be, like you said, a household name in the NFL. And I really think that there's no drop-off with him because I see a lot of Lamar in him. Like I see a lot of a Lamar Jackson 2.0, and I'm standing very firm on that. He made every throw that you typically saw this past weekend. I mean, I think it was like a third and whatever, moves right, sidearm, 40-yard bomb, on the hash of where the ball was going to be thrown and where the wide receiver needed to be, because we talk a lot about this. We're going to get into it. Obviously, we talked over about, you know, the situations, but the wide receiver needed to be where it was, and he threw an absolute dime.
Was that the number 2 you talking about?
Yes. I'm watching that. I'm like, all right, hey, listen, God bless the NFL and these quarterbacks because that right there just got me so excited.
Bro.
But he's in a very good situation. The Commanders are looking very good right now. They got what they got in their offensive coordinator. They got what they got in their head coach. And the biggest thing out of all of this, especially in the NFL, you have your dynasty quarterback. It ain't like you got him for 2-3 years or he's not. No, he's panned out.
Yeah. He's gonna be a commander or whatever they're gonna call themselves. He's gonna be that for I would probably say for the rest of his career. So he might as well submit his feet in Washington because he is not leaving Washington. But that throw you talking about, bro, when I seen that throw, on the money.
Yeah.
On the, bruh. the ball went out of the screen, so you really didn't see it. He just threw it, and I see him running, and the ball went out of the screen, and I see the wide receiver just running, and he ain't break stride or nothing, and they hit him right here. I say, bro, oh my. In fact, that he stepped up in the pocket, then stepped to the side, and then threw it. I say, oh my, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my. You remember early in the season, I think they was playing Cincinnati. And it was towards the end of the game. I think it was the game when the touchdown that he threw. It was 0 blitz.
Yep.
And McLaurin had caught the ball in the back of the end zone, a go ball.
Mm-hmm.
But they was blitzing him, 0 blitz, and he kind of just flicked it. The ball went up out of the screen, and it went all the way in the air, all the way in the air, all the way in the air. And it just dropped right into Dawg hands. On the money, on this side, away from the DB, because if you throw it right here, the DB can come and knock this shoulder, knock this arm. He threw it on this side, just in the back of the end zone, enough for him to get his feet in. I say, bro, he's special.
Yeah.
I say he's special. Like, he Lamar, but he ain't Lamar, though. He him because he can make every throw on the field from what I've seen, and he can do it from the pocket. He's a passer.
Yeah.
He got that special ability to run the ball, but he's a passer first and second. Like, I see him sometimes, he will throw the ball away sometimes before he scrambled. He scrambled when he scrambled, but he's a passer first. And I remember we was breaking these quarterbacks down in the offseason. I'm like, bro, he really can throw. Like, he really can throw that ball. But I want to see what he do, like the down to down. Like, I want to see how he approaches the game on first down, on second down. Like, not just being special. But I seen it now. And he's special. And he is special. So, shout out to him, man. He going to definitely be, when they do the top 100, I'm going to put him in the top 15 already. And next year, we talking quarterbacks, we talking NFC. Yeah, he's the best quarterback in NFC. He gonna run that division. It's about to shift. Oh, it's about to shift. I mean, that division always kind of shifting anyway, but it's about to shift. And he about to be the best quarterback over there, and he gonna get people to come over there. And for the next 3-4 years, I'll probably say for the next 3 years, because he gonna pay it on the rookie salary, Washington gonna be something to deal with. Washington is gonna be a problem. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But Lions, goddamn. All of that just to lose in the first round.
It was like, you're the last NFC North team, too, to go ahead and hold it down. I'm like,
NFC
damn.
North.
I'm like, damn, man.
NFC North, the best conference in the season. And they 0-3 in the playoffs, bro. They all lost. And who was, I mean, obviously 2 of them lost on the road. But still, bro, like, that hurt a little bit. But
yeah. I
mean, it is what it is, bro. You everything ain't gonna be perfect all the time. Gibbs ran the ball well. He ran the ball well.
Yeah.
J-Mo, bro, oh my God, he is funny. Bro, when he threw that ball, bro, I said, hell no.
Yeah.
Like, he picked it off and I looked. Like, because he threw it with conviction. Like, he threw it like he was trying to throw a hole shot or something. It was an accurate ball. So, it was accurate.
It was.
But look, and he picked it off, and I say, no, he didn't throw that. I say, he is insane, dog. But, I mean, that's what you going to get. You feel me? Like,
right.
That's what you going to get with J-Mo from time to time. You feel me? He going to score on the reverse for 70 yards, and then he geeked up, and he feel like he, I rule the world. And
Literally.
He threw that motherfucking ball, dog. First of all, why are they calling the reverse pass?
Thank you.
Down by 10.
Thank you.
Why he can't just call a game? Come on, Ben Johnson, you my dog. But why you can't just call the game? Why you need all these trick plays? Why you can't just drop back and throw the ball? Well, hopefully he'll be able to do that with Caleb Williams. But we shall see. Caleb Williams don't like being under center, but we shall see, man. We'll see. But Lions went home, and they're going to lose both of their coordinators. And we'll see what they got next year. I mean, shit, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It's sick to see it. Moving on from that, Detroit Pistons yesterday, or I think it was Monday, that they went ahead and beat a hot Rockets team at the Rockets Stadium in Houston. Rockets are 28-14. You beat that team. Cade Cunningham, let me go ahead and just rally off these stats because I feel like I'm saying he's in the 30-point over five every night. He had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. I watched the highlights. The guy is a superstar. He is, the way he's playing right now, he needs to start in the All-Star game this year. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what is over huh?
Over LaMelo Ball, Darius Garland,
All of them. All
Damian.
of them. Yes, all of them.
Okay. I'm rocking with it. I like it.
Because the reasons you have to look at his, and just to go off that briefly, you got to look at his situation, what team he's on, and what he's doing. He is the team. He is the guy that goes ahead and makes this team go. So if he's playing well, the team's playing well. And that's a lot of responsibility, especially on an NFL, on an NBA team. Talk to me a little about this. 22-21, 9th right now in the Eastern Conference. I know I just rattled off Cade Cunningham, but there's a lot of other guys playing very well that I'm like seeing in the double digits. But this team is Cade Cunningham's team, and he needs to be an all-star. I'm rocking with it. I follow him on Instagram. Am I a bandwagon guy for him? Probably. But does he ball? Absolutely. And I go ahead and give credit to guys that come out and play hard every night because that's what he does. He puts some shoes on, and he plays the game of basketball. So talk to me about the Detroit Pistons, man, because, hey, looking good.
I like it, man. Since January 2025, they played 11 games. They 8-3. Their only losses is to the Warriors, the Pacers, and the Suns. 8-3. Cade doing his thing. I just looked at the standings. They're ranked. They're in a 9th seed right now, but they're literally a half of a game from the 6th seed. So all they need is the Hawks, the Magic, and the Heat. Whatever they do right then and there, they the 6th seed now. And I think this Detroit team is one of these teams where they're focused. You feel me? Like, bro, when you come to, like I don't think they're really going out when they go to different cities. Like, they're kind of more probably on some, if they are going out, they're going out together, like going together or going bowling together. But I don't think motherfuckers just probably out partying. I don't know. You feel me? I don't know how the basketball players be. I know some of them, but whatever. They just feel like they got a good nucleus of veterans and Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway and Malik Beasley. Even if they ain't the greatest, you feel me? Even Isaiah Stewart at this point in his time, he's a fucking veteran. I think he's been in the league for like 6 years. That's a veteran in the NBA. They got a good nucleus. And then they got a young cat that they all feeding into. They all believe in him. You see every time at the press conferences, he need to be a starter, MVP, all-star. You feel me? They rallying around him. And that ain't doing nothing but giving them even more confidence.
Right.
That's giving him more confidence. And if you give him more confidence, Detroit going to attract the star. This is a pivotal year. Like, Detroit has to make the playoffs. They have to. Because remember when Phoenix in the bubble, when they didn't make the playoffs that year, but they played really well in the bubble, right?
Yep.
And then the next year they won the championship. They went to the championship.
Bucks beat them that year.
Because they attracted players to come and want to play with D-Book.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm looking at this as a similar situation. Obviously, Detroit and Phoenix are two different places. And Detroit, hey, we on up and up, man. Stop playing, man. We doing our thing, man. City-wise and everything. So I'm enjoying it, man. Like I said, I want to see him in the playoffs. Cade did his thing, man. Definitely to beat the Rockets team. The Rockets are ranked second ranked? They're the second ranked team in the West, and they've been top 3 all year. Yep. So that's a good team, especially at their home. You feel me? Like, this is at you beat them in Houston. So as long as them young guys continue to develop, the Thompsons, obviously Cade gonna do his thing. Durham is a 15-15 guy, could potentially be a 15-12 guy. He have 16 points and 14 rebounds last night and 3 assists. That's pretty damn good too. 8 for 8 from the field, 2 blocks, 4 steals, like plus minus 16. That's a fucking productive game right there. That's a productive game. And I always go to the plus minuses to see, like, because I feel like the plus minuses mean, like, were you in the right place at the right time?
Right.
You feel me? Like, did you shift over when you was supposed to shift over? You feel me?
Right.
Are you attached to the whole team? Like, are you cutting to the basket when you need to cut to the basket? You feel me? Are you setting a healthy screen when you need to? Like, all of those small decisions, that's what That's what I tie into like plus and minus. You'll never really know what it is, but analytics, that was I think, whatever. But shout out to the Pistons, man. I definitely got to make the playoffs, man. Ball out, fuck around and win a series. That might be special, and then you're gonna attract a star. You feel me? And I ain't saying like attract another star. I think we're watching Cade become a leader right now and becoming a point guard and becoming a guy that you can build around. And I think other players around the league will want to come because they already respect him. He's no one pick. He is 6'7" point guard that can score, shoot, pass, post, play defenses. Every time I look at it, he in the plus on the plus minus. So defense, if you ain't playing no defense, your ass will not be a plus. I don't care how many points, assists, and rebounds you got. If you ain't playing defense, your shit gonna be 3 or below that. You feel me? So shout out to the Pistons, man. Good win. Shout out to Cade. Like I always say, man, keep going. I'm watching.
No, absolutely. They go ahead and face the Hawks, and then they got the Magic. Those are definitely two games that they should definitely go ahead and take care of.
Question.
Yeah.
Because that just brought up something I just thought about. If you had to choose between these two guys, who would you start your team with? Who would you build your team around first? Cade Cunningham or Banchero?
Shit.
Yeah. Because them two are Brian. They in the Brian family.
Yeah.
They those players. Not athletic wise and all that special shit, but
I would go ahead and I would still stick with Cade. And the reason why I say that is because he starts from the 1-2-5, and Banchero starts from like the 4 to the 1. And I'd rather have a solid point guard that can handle the ball. Not saying that both of them can. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I would rather have the one position point guard being solidified, because then I can build around that and I can put him in different pieces in different places. Because I can go ahead and get a big that can set a screen and he goes ahead and does what he's doing, just how Duren does for him right now, where he can go ahead and make the decision, pocket pass, shoot it, kick it to a guy to the 3. But I would take Cade Cunningham, even though that's a tough one. But I'm gonna have to stick with Cade just based off, I would say, my knowledge of playing basketball and what I would want to do. And if I was running a team, I would take Cade for sure.
I'm rocking with it. Good answer. I like that.
Moving on over to Michigan State basketball, huge win. And I've heard through the grapevine that you watched this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Michigan State
30 at halftime. So it is.
Love it. I was too. Michigan State won that one 80-78. Trey Holman had a huge game, 17 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Carr been playing very efficient for them. A guy that has stepped up into his role, hitting corner 3 balls. That's something that he really didn't have last year. He had 11 points. Bigs are playing well. Jaden Akins had 8 points. Kohler had 8. Fears Jr. had 9 points with 6 assists, leading the team in assists. That's a guy that I love watching because he's just no fear, man. Guy went ahead. He didn't even know if he was going to be on this earth. He didn't even know that he was going to be able to see another day. And he's out here going ahead and playing with passion, just as an Izzo point guard should be and how Izzo wants it to be. I'm really loving this team, man. Talk to me about this when you're watching, because I think this was probably your first time maybe watching a full game. I know you in games now. I'm not saying that you're old head, but you love to go ahead and take them naps, goddammit. So
this is like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, so I was good. No, but I watched the game, man, because something was going on. I'm like, man, no, I was playing Fortnite with Lane, bro. Fortnite.
Yeah.
He was talking about the game. He like, because we was playing on Saturday. He was like, yeah, no, the game come on Sunday. I thought it came on Saturday. So I'm like, yeah, man, to RJ been trying to get me to watch this shit. It's supposed to be a good game. I'm gonna watch it. So Sunday come around, I turned on and I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I don't know who number 8 is for. I forgot. I don't know his last name, but whoever number 8 is for Michigan State, he was shooting them fadeaways in the lane. I was liking it. I'm like, bro, you look like Kobe right there shooting a little fadeaway. He was straight though, but like, one thing I watched, man, they athletic, bro. They athletic. This is an athletic team. Like, Carr caught a oop towards the end of the game. It's like bro, his body wasn't even positioned to jump, and he just jumped anyway and dunked that boy. I was like, man, that's crazy. But they was competitive, bro. Even Illinois was good too.
Yeah,
Like
Illinois.
number 7 for Illinois, he was getting buckets. Like I think he the one that had 19. Yep, he had 19 off the bench. He was slashing, dashing, shooting. I was like, oh shit, like this could go either way. So I was definitely tuned into the game. It was a close game the entire game. Obviously, it was 36-36 at half. The game was all the way tight, all the way to the end. They ended up winning by 2 points. So that's the degree of difficulty in the end zone. Them guys playing well. Like, it's a lot of guys playing, too. The Spartans is what? Bruh, they 10 deep. 10 guys played over 18 minutes. 10 guys. 10 guys. That is big time right there. That's bodies. That's different pieces. That's different lineups. All type of things you have to worry about and prepare for. So shout out to Coach Izzo. What are they? Undefeated in the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Undefeated in the Big Ten right now, right?
Yeah,
undefeated
as of right now.
They gonna be when the rankings come out this week, I'm sure they're gonna be probably 8. They're gonna be in the top 10 now because they was 12. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I mean, obviously, it's the first game I watch for sure. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't like college basketball. And I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but I don't watch it like that. And like I watch little highlights. I see Cooper Flag. I see them guys over there at the Rutgers. Them two, I guess they got two freshmen at the Rutgers. Oh, they be getting busy. So I love when Michigan State is good though. Like I was there, man. It was Valentine, B. Dawson,
Right.
Adrian Payne, man. Rest in peace, dog. It was Cassius.
No.
You know, when I first got there, it was Keith Athlin, Kalen Lucas, Corey Lucius, Summers, Nix.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like those the guys when I first got there, and they was like that for real. They was just hella competitive basketball, winning the Big Ten, going far. I mean, Draymond shit.
Draymond was there. Yeah.
Like all that, man. So shout out to them, bro. Shout out to the basketball team, man. I love what y'all doing. Shit. Obviously, Big Ten ball is big, so when y'all play ranked teams, I'm tuned in. Or if it's a big road game, because it's different. In college, is road and home is two. You might get two different teams. You know, he might have had an ISS test the other day that he's still mad about, and he playing at 3:00 the next day, and they on his ass quick, and he worried about the girl that ain't texting back the other day. You never know in college, bro.
Right.
Boy, crazy.
Right.
I'm tuned in. Keep doing y'all thing, man. And shit, let's go win it all. Is there a favorite? Is anybody a favorite in college basketball? Like, is there like they gonna win? Like,
I think it always just goes based off of like who won it, like the year
UConn
before.
good?
Okay, I don't know their either way. It don't matter, man. We're gonna take it, man. That's just what it is. We don't need to look at no favorites. I'm sure that probably UConn is probably favorite. Duke's probably favorite.
One.
Let's see.
Tennessee number 6, Alabama number 4, Iowa State number 3. They must got some guys. Houston number 7, Florida number 5, Kansas number 12. Man, what the number 1 team at?
Auburn. Yeah, Auburn's good actually. So Auburn, Duke, Iowa State. Auburn and Duke, I can be like, yeah, like them. They got a squad.
Okay.
So
I'm telling good win though, Michigan State. Y'all did y'all thing, man. Shout out to y'all. Keep building, keep winning games. That always helps with the morale of the team, with the foundation of the team. Keep doing your thing. Keep getting to your fundamentals and shit. We seen Izzo win before. I mean, why not? 25 years later, he won in 2000, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
25 years. I think we won the Rose Bowl 25 years after they won the Rose Bowl in '88, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right on that.
And then we won it in 2013, and that was 25 years. So,
hello.
Hey, if they win it, bro, I'm coming back to this like, dog, stop playing. But shout out to Izzo, man. Keep doing your thing.
Absolutely. The Spartans are going to face Rutgers, as you were talking about, so you get to watch those two freshmen on Saturday, and that's at Rutgers. So that'll be definitely a tough game for Michigan State. So that one's at 12:30 p.m., basically noon. Moving on into, obviously, the Speak On This segment here. We all watched the college football playoff championship. Ohio State Buckeyes go ahead and are victorious and are crowned the best team of the 2024-2025 season. They won 34-23. Yeah, okay, you see this, second half, but Ohio State in the beginning showed their dominance. I knew they were going to win. I think they were just too much for Notre Dame. Talk to me about this game.
Like you said, Ohio State was the favorite. They had a great college football playoff run. They beat Oregon, they beat Tennessee, they beat who else did they fucking beat? They beat Oregon, Tennessee, and Texas. They beat all of those teams. And they beat all of them pretty handily. They beat all of them by double digits, by 14 points plus. So they beat all of them, and then they come in here and they up by 28-7. You know what I'm saying? Like, they scored the first possession of the game, 7, and then you run off and score 28 points straight. Now it's 28-7 at halftime. They just got rolling at the right time. And that's what I tell you about these football playoffs. If you get rolling at the right time and you accumulate wins, you accumulate confidence. Because you playing in big stages every time. Like, every game a college football playoff they won 4 straight games. Every single game was big and the stakes was high. If you lose, you go home. So if you win those games, bro, like if you already know what happens when you win, bro. Like, It just gives you more confidence on taking care of your business. So the quarterback played well. I like how Will Howard played. He managed the game, made plays with his legs. Junkins made plays. He had 11 carries for 100 yards, 2 tutties. He also had a touchdown through the air. Jeremiah Smith, a beast, big receiver, scored a touchdown, 5 catches for 88 yards. He had a dominant playoff run. This is the first really play. This is the 12 teams. This is the first one. And I'm going to say the MVP of the first 4 games, the team that won it all, I'm going to give it to Jeremiah Smith. Like, I'm not going to just give it to Will Howard. I'm going to give it to the one that you knew. Like, it was questions about Will Howard. Like, bro, can you do it? Like, the last time we seen you, the last game of the season playing against Michigan, you couldn't do it at home. There was always these questions about you. There was no questions about Ford. And he still went out there and dominated games. Multiple touchdowns, multiple 100-yard games, the big play he made yesterday. Like, he's not throwing that ball to nobody else. He's going to throw it to number 4. He's a fucking freshman. He has number 2 on his team, Abuka, which is probably going to be a first-round pick. And he had the Tate guy, the 17 on the other side, that's pretty damn good too. And number 11. So I'm going to give the MVP of the whole entire college football playoffs to Jeremiah Smith. Freshman from Florida, went to Ohio State. If he could enter the draft this year, he'd be a top 5 pick. Hands down. And I think he'd be ready for that. It don't matter. 6'4", 220, 225, size 3X gloves, can run the routes, can catch the ball, can stop. Yeah, okay. A fucking beast. Notre Dame was just kind of outmatched. They kind of came back a little bit in the second half, kind of made it, interesting. If they would have made that field goal that they missed at the end, and then they scored a touchdown, now they're down by, because they was down by 16. If they make a field goal, now they're down by 13. Then they score a touchdown, now you're down by 6. You make it interesting right there.
Yep.
But you missed the field goal. It was a chip shot, bro. It was like he was at the 10-yard line. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Kickers, bro. Some girl probably didn't text him back, bro. He was sick. He was mad, bro. So that's how it be. Math 103 exam the next day he was thinking about. But whatever. Ohio State won. They was the better team. Notre Dame, I'm not even going to say they fought hard because 28-7, like, that shit looked dominant. They look like and when teams up big, they kind of chill out a little bit. You feel me? They kind of start playing cover 4 all the time instead of blitzing your ass. You feel me? Like, they change it up a little bit because they want to, they don't want you to get shots, big plays down the field. They want you to dink and dunk and get your little 3 yards in the cloud of dust because that's taking time off the clock. They don't need to give up big plays. So, good season by Notre Dame because they actually went through the gauntlet to get there.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. You can't say Notre Dame wasn't supposed to be there. Oh, they got voted in. They weren't supposed to be there. No, bro. They won 4 games in a row. They were supposed to be there.
Absolutely.
So Shout out to them. I like the college football playoff. I like the 12 teams. I actually enjoy all. I mean, all of the games was cool. I don't care if it was SMU, Penn State, like, because other teams could win that. Like next year, the 12 seed can beat the 5 seed. You never know. It's college football now. With the portal, you don't know who's gonna be where.
Right.
You don't know if Alabama's gonna have 25 5-stars on their team because they probably not. They might have 10 now. So they might be playing against a Colorado team that got 10 5-stars as well. And now Colorado beat Alabama. So great game, man. Great game for Ohio State. Obviously, I'm a Big Ten ball player. Big Ten has won 2 straight national championships. The Big Ten has won 2 straight national championships. That's all I'm gonna say.
And we're just gonna leave it right there. And then moving on over, obviously there was incredible NFL playoff games on. I'm just going to go ahead and go through the scores here, and obviously you can dissect which one, which I already know, but the people need to know. We already talked about the Commanders beating the Lions 45-31. Texans losing to the Chiefs 23-14. We already knew that kind of was the situation. Rams versus Eagles was a really good game, even though the Eagles came out and won that one 28-22. And then the heartbreaker of them all, the Bills went in and beat the Ravens 27-25. Out of all these 4, which one is the most sickening for you?
Bro, you know it's one of the most sickening to me, dog. Fucking Ravens, man. My dogs got sent to the crib. It hurt, bro. I'm good. Nah, I'm cool now. But, man, I just talked Bills and Ravens, man. I guess we got to dive into it, man. The Bills played well, bro. Like, I can't say like they because you got to win these games.
Right.
The Bills played well, and the was it 3 turnovers? The 3 turnovers helped. Yeah, the 3 turnovers.
Yep.
The 3 turnovers helped them for sure, but they played well. It's hard to win games in the NFL. Turn the ball over 3. Having a -3 turnover margin. I don't care if you're at home or away. It's going to be hard to win that game. I would say what I'm going to say about the Bills. I'm gonna get to the Ravens in a second. Bear with me real quick. The Bills defense showed up, bro. Like, I didn't expect the Bills defense to play better than the Ravens defense. I expected the Bills defense to play well for sure, but I didn't expect for them to play better than the Ravens defense. And they did. I counted 6 plays when it was 1st and 10 that the Ravens didn't gain no yards or they lost yards. This is the number 1 rushing team in the league, and they've been that way for the last 6 years. Ever since Lamar's been the fucking quarterback, they have been a top 3 running offense his entire career. You can't lose yards or not gain any yards on 1st down if you're the number 1 rushing team, because that sets you back. And now it's 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 12, and now Derrick Henry is going to the sideline. We already know he's not playing on 3rd down unless it's 3rd and 2 or less, because he's not a really receiving running back, which is why he dropped that fucking ball on the sideline in the 1st quarter when Lamar got to doing what he do in the backfield and rolled back to the left and threw it. And Derrick Henry it was in his hands, bro. It wasn't nobody right around him. He would have scored. And it's stuff like that where you have to make those plays. And I know some people will say, oh, well, Lamar should have. Bro, fuck that, bro. You need to do whatever you need to do right there to catch that ball. I don't care. It wasn't at his feet. It was at his knee. And it was in his, bro. It was very catchable, bro. We need you to catch that ball, my brother. We need you to catch that ball. Bills played well. They didn't turn the ball over. They ran the ball pretty damn well, which shocked me. I didn't think they was going to be able to run the ball as efficient. If I told you a running back had 26 carries for 127 yards and 1 touchdown, you would say that was a damn good game, right?
Absolutely.
They had 3 guys. Ty Johnson, which I like him, 26, I like him. Ty Johnson, Davis, number 22, and James Cook. All of them combined yardage, carries, and touchdown. That's what they all added up to be. 26 carries, 127 yards, and 1 touchdown. Just 3 different guys took chances, took turns doing that. That was a great game plan. It's like, bro, you win first down, you kind of win. They was doing that. They was winning the game, man. They kept it in like 3rd and 5s. They started getting 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 4s. Like, it was just like, damn, like they just moving the ball on this Ravens defense, especially in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
The first half, the Ravens was sleepwalking out there on defense. Like, they was sleepwalking. When I seen it was early in the game, Humphrey was checking Shakir, and Shakir just ran like a little slant, and Humphrey didn't like collapse down on it. It was like 3rd and 4. And he ran a slant. There was nobody in the inside, and he was like fading off. And I'm just looking like, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing? Why are y'all playing this zone and cover? And it's 3rd and 3. You should say, hey, coach, I got him. This is the game you say, hey, coach, I got number 10. I got him. He didn't do it. Like the defense, like I said, the defense just played bad. Josh Allen did not play like an MVP. I don't want to hear that he played super special and he played mistake-free football. I don't care about none of that shit. If you threw for 127 yards in a playoff game and only rushed for 20 yards on top of that, that is not a great game, bro. They carried you. Like, you didn't turn the ball over because y'all won first down, but they carried you. And they turned the ball over and put you in great field position. And that helped you out a lot as well. On to the Ravens, man. First of all, you guys want to say something about what I just said?
I totally agree with you. I mean, I think number one, just what is just so, I mean, just heartbreaking is I was just going to chime in when you're going to talk about the Ravens. I mean, the part of you doing your job like that, you have to catch the football. I mean, you're going to get into it, but it's just like you have a job to where it's not even Lamar, excuse me, did his job to get you the football. Now you got to make the play. So that's just basically where I'm at. And that's what this whole game was. But go ahead and get into your Ravens because it definitely needs to be talked about.
Hurt my heart, man. It hurt my heart. Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 18 for 25. That's 7 incompletions. 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, 2 sacks. One of the sacks came on 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line, which you can't have that. Just throw the ball away. And we start back on the 2-yard line. But Lamar is special, and he's done these things to where he can dart in and out of things and, create something out of nothing so very well. But you have to be aware that it's snowing outside. It's wet. It's rainy. Your footing might be a little off too. You got to be cognizant of that. And I'm going to go back to the fumble he had. We've seen Lamar. We've seen a couple times the ball snap over his head. He pick up, roll out, stiff arm a guy, stiff arm him again, go on the sideline, jump out of bounds, throw the ball in the end zone and likely on a touchdown. We just like, oh my God, bro. But then this happened. We like, no, Lamar, he got to do this. He got to do that, bro. He's special, and he going to always think to do something special. That's what makes Lamar who he is. So I'm not mad at that. I hope he would have just went down. Like when I seen that happen and I seen him kind of do that little move he did to like go down and grab his leg, when he didn't get out of that, I was hoping he just went down because Hamlin grabbed him.
Yeah.
Now, if he would have got past Hamlin, then I would have been cool, but he didn't get past Hamlin. You know why he didn't get past Hamlin? Because it was wet. It was snowing. If it was 60 degrees, he'd make him look stupid. But all of these elements in the cold and the football got a different texture on it as well. All of that, all of these things you have to account for in the playoffs. All of them. And that's the next level to Lamar's game. We know you special, bro. Now bring that awareness where that's special at. Bring that up. Bring that awareness up, knowing, okay, I ain't gonna do that right now. And it's a split moment, you feel me?
Right.
Like it's a split moment, like you gotta make that decision. But we need you to make that decision, my boy. If you ain't for sure certain, just lay the fight another down. Take the sack. It's okay. Take the sack. Because you can make a special play on 3rd and 15. It don't matter. It don't matter. Take the sack. Ran the ball pretty well. I want to see Lamar, have more running plays. I don't understand. I would wish that he would go and tell the team, like, tell Todd Monken, like, bro, early in this first quarter, design some runs for me, bro. Like, just line up in jumbo and just snap the ball to me, and we running the ball. If we get 5-6 yards, that's cool. We lean on this team, we got 5-6 yards. We did that. Just do that. Give me some design runs to get my legs going, to get my legs active, and I just don't have to do that shit when I'm dropping back to pass. Because when I'm dropping back to pass, I'm reading the field, and I'm pass first. So when you call a run, now I'm in my Louisville bag. Now I'm just running the ball, and I'm finding ways to run the ball. So maybe that's Todd Monken's and Lamar growth. I'm sure they're gonna have an offseason where they grow together. It's gonna be their third year, and that's gonna be well because they learned a lot about each other these last 2 years as well. And from year one to year two, shit, he won MVP in year one, and he gonna win MVP in year two. So now in year three, they gonna gel together more and they get more weapons and things like that. Like I said, the Ravens defense just pissed me off a little bit. Like they D line was getting moved. Their D line was getting bullied. James Cook wasn't getting touched. He was 5 yards down the field. In the first half, he wasn't getting touched. He was 5 yards down the field, bro. Every time. And I'm just like, God damn. Because even if I run for 6 yards on first down and you stop me for a yard on second down, it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. That's a very manageable third down. And that's what we're doing. Like, let me see the time of possession. Time of possession was pretty even. They had the ball. Bills had the ball for 31 minutes, and the Ravens had the ball for 28 minutes. Obviously, the Ravens had more yards. They had more yards rushing, and they had more yards passing. They had more first downs, but they got sacked twice. They only had 2 less plays than the Bills, but it's the turnovers, because when you turn the ball over, you don't give them points, but you take away points from yourself. When Lamar did that fumble, when he fumbled, they was inside of the 30-yard line. That takes away points. If you get a field goal right there, they lost by 2 points. If you get a field goal right there, now it changes the game. And I'm not saying that field goal is going to win the game, but it's going to add to the fucking points.
Right.
Now let me go to this 2-point conversion. Hey, bro. Let me go to the first touchdown before the halftime. Lamar throws a dime. First off, a crazy dime. Dime to Bateman. Post over the middle. He gets stopped on the 1-yard line. I'm on the 1-yard line with the number 1 rushing offense in the league. I have 8 300-pound guys, including my damn running back. And I got one of the shiftiest, most talented, most giftedest quarterbacks in the fucking world to ever play football. I run the ball. I lose a yard. Okay, now it's 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line. If you told me I started the game and it was 2nd goal on the 2-yard line, I'm going to run that bitch again. I mean, I'm still just because I lost a yard, I'm still on the 2-yard line. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I lost a yard, but I'm on the 2-yard line. I'm still inside of the 5-yard line. I would have ran the ball again. They called a play action, and then that's the one he kind of got sacked. I guess he didn't see nobody. She just threw it out of the end zone. Now you back on the 2-yard line. But you take a sack, and now you're on the 8-yard line. And then I think the next play, I don't know what happened, but they end up kicking the field goal. So now instead of it being 14, what was it? Now instead of it being 14-14, it's 10-14 now. And then you allow them to come back and score a touchdown in 3 minutes before the halftime. You can't do that. Like, this shit like that. Like, defense gave up a whole touchdown before halftime. You can't do that. You can give up 3, but you can't give up 7, bro. Come on. That's crazy as shit to do that. And the Bills got the ball back at halftime. So you damn near gave them an extra possession by letting them score. Everybody know that, bro. You can't if the other team get the ball back, you can't let them score before halftime, bro. Because that's a double possession. You literally lost another possession on top of your fucking turnovers. Okay, let's go to the 2-point conversion. Bear with me, people. Gotta get this shit off my chest. I was hurting, bro.
I was hurting with you, man. I wanted Lamar so bad to just go ahead and play the Chiefs, beat the Chiefs. Now he's in New Orleans. They out there fooling. It's just, I don't, excuse me, I don't sit here and knock Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen had a terrific year. You know, I don't think that he's at Lamar Jackson level. I don't think so at all. But I respect what he's done for the game, what he's doing for the Bills. It's just this is me. It's just the brother doing his thing out there. Every time he steps out there, he's the main attraction to every game that we watch. He is one of a kind. I'm sick that it had to happen. And I'm sick that this 2-point, all this stuff that you just said would have not had to been talked about if this man could have just put the fries in the bag. Just like we're at McDonald's. Do you want fries? Yes. Put the fries in the bag. And you couldn't even manage to go ahead and put the napkins in the bag. That play right there, you have to, and you said it earlier. You have to make the play. There ain't no, Aaron Andrews has done a lot for us. Yeah, well, he has done a lot for us, except for you on this day. He was bullshitting the whole game, dropping the ball, fumbling the ball. He's running horizontal instead of vertical. Did you see when he caught that ball over the middle against, when he caught the ball from Lamar? He ain't even running straight. He's running to the sideline. It's like, brother, what are you doing? Like, is this moment too big for you? Like, what's going on? Now I'm questioning that. And it sure was, because you couldn't go ahead and catch a 2-point conversion. That's just how I stand. I'm like, hey, proof's in the pudding, brother. You go ahead, and what you do, that's what you did. So I'm just sick for Lamar, man. I'm just sick.
Yeah, I'm sick too, but it's a part of the growth. It's all a part of it. I ain't mad at him. He ain't go out sad, because the game was still very winnable. And if he don't drop that 2-point conversion, I think the Ravens win that game. And people will say, "Oh, it was 90 seconds left, and Josh Allen could have drove him down there." Yeah, they also could have turned that bitch over too. He also could have threw a pick, and now the Ravens kicking the field goal to win the game instead of going to overtime. Like, you can say all that shit all you want to. We can only say what we know.
Right.
But this 2-point conversion, this actual drive with a 2-point conversion, Justice Hill broke a run for 10 yards, came back and broke another run for 11 yards, then broke another run for 22 yards. Derrick Henry breaks a run. Andrews catches like a out route and goes for like 10 yards. And then Derrick Henry runs the ball in. So they just drove the ball for like 70-plus yards on one pass. All the rest of them was big chunk yardage. And if you watch the game, you watch that drive in the third quarter, they were leaning on the Bills' defense. They were just pushing them motherfuckers out the way. Justice Hill wasn't getting touched till he was 15 yards down the field. Derrick Henry was finding his seams and getting busy. I just wish he picked his damn legs up a little bit, because one of them times, bruh, Hamlin barely touched his damn knee and he kind of just went falling. If he just stay up from that, he scores a touchdown. Fuck.
We're sitting here acting like Raven fans, bro. That shit is crazy right now.
I rock with Lamar, bro. I rock with the.
I do too. It's just funny as hell.
Yeah, so they run the ball in for the touchdown. Derrick Henry scores a touchdown. 2-point conversions. First off, just kick the field goal. You don't need to be chasing points this early in the game. It's the third quarter. Okay, yeah, if you tie the game up 21-21, that's cool. But, bro, just take this point. Just take this point. Okay, and now you're like, okay, we down by 1. If they score a touchdown, they're going to kick a field goal. Now we know we got to go for 2. Because you held them to 2 field goals in the second half, which is dope. They ain't give up no touchdowns in the second half. Ravens defense played a little better in the second half, but they didn't create no turnovers. They didn't strip the ball. They didn't intercept the ball. You feel me? It didn't bounce their way on defense. 2-point conversion. Lamar. If y'all gonna go for the 2-point conversion and y'all gonna throw it, bro, you have to be aware. That's what I'm talking about. Being aware. Matt Milano is a fucking smart football player. I think that's 60% of the reason why he's in the NFL. Because he's not the most athletic guy or anything like that. He's not the fastest, anything like that. But he's a very smart linebacker, bro. Very smart. He rushing on the end. They do the mesh. The mesh pops wide open. The dude that's checking Likely, he falls in the middle of the mesh. He falls. So Likely is literally running by himself with nobody over there. But Milano was in this angle of throwing the ball because he's rushing on the end, but he know like I'm not gonna make it there, so I'm gonna sit there and watch where Lamar throw the ball so I can get it and knock it down. That's just being a smart, aware football player. Lamar throws a fucking dart when you could have just floated it and he right there. Nobody's else over there. All you gotta do is float the ball. And you didn't do that and it gets knocked down. So now you're down by 2 when you could have just been down by 1. Because now if you're down by 1 and they kick the 2 field goals and now it's 27-20 and you on the last drive and you drive down there and score. Now if you want to be like, now if you want to say, hey, I'm like that and go for the 2 to win the game on the road, now that's tough. Now if you do that and that's tough. But now you know, okay, I can kick the field goal, we can go into overtime, or we can, drop our shit and be like, hey, we're going for the 2 in your backyard and we're gonna put the pressure on y'all. So if you're gonna go for the 2, bro, you gotta do it. And please stop calling pass plays inside the 2-yard line. Please. Whenever I become an offensive coordinator, head coach, wherever I'm at, bro, I ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm lining up and I'm running the ball. I'm gonna run the ball until you stop me. I'm gonna run the ball until you show me that you can stop the run. Because I'm a wide receiver. We're gonna throw that bitch. And I'm gonna have some cold wide receivers. But I'm going to run the ball until you show me that you can stop it. I'm going to run the ball. Ravens have to run the ball. You used to play football growing up, right? You grew up in Wisconsin. It was cold as shit, right?
Absolutely.
So if it was you and 10 of your homies out there in the backyard playing football in the snow, how many passes did y'all throw?
We hardly ever pass the ball.
Exactly. You run that motherfucker and you lean on somebody because by the 3rd tackle, your friend don't want to tackle no more. It's cold. They bones hurting. They ain't trying to come up and fit you in the hole. They ain't trying to do that shit. Matter of fact, they about to go home. Run the ball, bro. Lamar should have had 12 carries. 12 plus carries. Derrick Henry should have had 20 plus carries. But Lamar's got to take care of the ball. And they still won. They still had a chance to win the game. They lost the game, but they still had a chance to win the game. He literally drove them down the field without Bateman on the field that last drive. He was throwing the ball to Likely and Wallace and Miller and Andrews before he fumbled the fucking ball, throwing the ball to these guys. And people don't want to acknowledge this, but Lamar has been without his Pro Bowl wide receiver the entire playoffs. He's missed Zay Flowers the entire playoffs. And that's a big miss. If you take the number 1 target off everybody's team in the playoffs, they're going to miss that guy. Because it's just like having Devontae Adams. Lazard and Malvin Scanley and whoever else they had, now they can play their role and they can play their position. But you take Devontae Adams away and you ask them to be the number 1, that shit ain't going to work because they ain't number 1s. They barely number 2s. So that's a big miss. Like he missed his number 1 target. Hopefully they can get Tyreek Hill this offseason. I love it. Appreciate it. Make it happen. Ravens go do it. Lamar played well. But I do, it's some things that he left on the table. He didn't play losing football. He drove his team back. They were down by 8. He went down there and scored a touchdown. Drove it 88 yards. 88. Down by 8. And they call a great play. And Andrews dropped, bro. I threw my fucking hat. I think I had on the hat. Threw my hat down. And I walked outside and I was fucking mad. Bro, I was like, oh my, bro. You couldn't be my teammate, bro. I'd be mad, bro. Like, hell no. You gotta find a way to catch that. I don't think it was a hard catch. That's just me, though. But I've dropped passes in my life before. I hope I ain't dropped no damn pass in that big of a moment. Did I? Oh, I dropped pass like that. I hope not. I'm thinking about it. I hope not. Because that's terrible. That is, especially for a veteran. Andrews had a terrible game. He had a terrible game. The first quarter, he dropped a shallow route. It hit him right in the face mask. I said, what the fuck is going on? It hit him right in the face mask. Then he dropped like a stick route. Lamar Jackson and Andrews are money on stick routes. Lamar throws it on the outside, and he drops it. And he kind of looked at Lamar like, I'm right here, motherfucker, go right here. I'm throwing it where you need to be. There's a guy inside of you. There's nobody on the outside of you. But I thought you knew that. Like, what you? Oh, you fucked up today, huh? Oh, you on that? Motherfucker catches a fucking stop route in the middle of the field and decides. He said, "No, I'm about to get my Dante Hall on. I'm about to get my Jahmyr Gibbs on. I'm about to cut this motherfucker across the field." And fumbles. I say, oh, Lord. Because they score on that drive. They scored. They was moving the ball. They scored.
They get points. They get points on the board.
Even if they get 3 points. They lost by 2, remember? Yes. Even if they get 3 points. Now you put pressure on them. So as much as the Bills won this game, I think the Ravens lost this game. And the Ravens need to stop losing games. Most of the games they lost them on their own. They played the Raiders this year. They lost that game on their own. They played the Browns this year. They lost that game on their own. They played the Steelers. The first time they played the Steelers, you should beat the Steelers. They lost that game on their own. The Eagles beat them. You know, it was just one of those type of days. The Eagles beat them. But that was that. I forgot who else beat them. Who else? The Chiefs. That was the first game of the year. And shit, you know, that was one of those games by a fucking toenail out of the game. You feel me? Yes, the window for Lamar Jackson is still open. He will win a Super Bowl. He's going to be a 3-time MVP. He's still a top 5 quarterback in the league. I got him at 3. I got him at number 3. I'm always going to have Mahomes at number 1, but Mahomes got to have a fucking hell of a season next year. He got to throw for 40-plus touchdowns. Throwing for 25 in 2 straight years and almost 15 interceptions, that's mediocre shit. If this defense wasn't that good, they would be fucking losing. They would be losing. So he got to tighten up as well. But Lamar, their window is still open. They got to add a couple pieces. Hopefully they can get a Jair Alexander to come play corner because Stevens got to get the fuck on. 21, he need to go somewhere else. And I hope he do well wherever he go. Just get out of the Ravens uniform. And like I said, man, I hope they can get a T. Higgins. That'll be dope. A T. Higgins. I'm going for Cheetah. Cheetah. Come on to the Ravens flock, bro. I know you and Lamar, we all get busy to be backyard football all day, deep balls all day. They ain't going to be able to play you. You're going to go for 1,500 plus. You're going to get the ball. Derrick Henry going to get the ball. That's going to be the first time you see a motherfucking, you have possibly a 2,000-yard receiver, 2,000-yard running back, and a 5,000-yard quarterback. Just imagine that. That shit stank, don't it? Ugh, that gonna be nasty. But shout out to the Bills. Good luck this week. We shall see. Ravens, good season. Can't lose them games that y'all be losing. Like the team got to beat you. Like you can't turn the ball over. They have to take it away from you. You can't turn the ball over. Rashad Bateman. If you run a corner, you beat them off the line of scrimmage. You run a corner, stay high. Do not break your shit off. Because you know when you break it off, you're still closer to the corner, right? Where Lamar threw the ball, you would have been right there. It would have been a great catch. It would have been PI, or it would have been a drop. And now we lit up instead of it being an INT and everybody looking like, man, what the fuck is Lamar doing? That wasn't on Lamar. That was on Bateman. Just like the pick against the Steelers. When Bateman was running the little shallow route, he was running and then Lamar threw it and he stopped. And why you stop? I'm fucking throwing it to you. Why you stopping? And then Fitzpatrick pick it off. Cheetah ain't gonna do that. I want Cheetah. I like Bateman too, though. I like his progression. I like Bateman for sure. But if you told me I could have Cheetah and Bateman, I'm gonna take Cheetah 10 times out of 10. Cheetah, Zay Flowers, likely that offensive line, Henry, Justice Hill, Lamar Jackson. Why he can't get an overload of weapons? All right, I'm done, man. Ravens. Lamar, I'm pulling up to Baltimore next year. I ain't playing. I'm pulling up.
I was gonna say, you might as well at this point. But no, now we got it all set. Just briefly here, I know this is something that you may have to ponder or may not have to, or you might already know the answer. But the NFC is set. The AFC is set. This weekend we have Sunday night football, afternoon and night, excuse me. Commanders versus Eagles. Who do you got?
Commanders versus Eagles. Man, it's tough, but I'm I'm gonna take the underdog, bro. I'm gonna take Washington. I just think he's gonna be able to pass the ball. He's played them twice. The last game he played him, he came back down. I think they was down double digits. Obviously, I think that was the game Jalen Hurts got a concussion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they still came back. They was down by like double digits. They came back. I just think they hot right now. I think their defense is playing a little well right now. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be able to do things in the pocket to stop that pass rush, to slow them down because they got to contain him more than try to rush him.
Right.
And that's just going to give the wide receivers more time downfield to, extend the play, get open, routes can develop. I'm just going to take Jaden Daniels this week, man. They return to a passing game. Because even if the Eagles get up, like if they get a lead, let's say they get a lead 14-0, they're going to lean into the run game. But Jaden Daniels can score quick because he throws the ball. And they are very familiar with each other. They play each other twice every year, so they're very familiar with each other. This ain't no X's and O's game. This is going to be about who won it the most, who's the most ready. I think both of them will be ready, but I'm going to take Washington. I like Jaden Daniels to the Super Bowl rookie year. Oh, wait. That's crazy.
And then Bills versus Chiefs. Who do you got in that one?
Chiefs. Fuck the Bills. I ain't rocking with I'm the Chiefs.
That man, Josh Allen is 0 for 3 in his career against the Chiefs, bro. Come on, bro. And against Patrick Mahomes. They not beating them, bro.
He beat them earlier this year, too, though. Obviously, the Bills is at home. They got this little regular season playoffs. So in the playoffs, he be whooping his ass. But in the regular season, Josh Allen will probably get him a time or whatever. Like I said, you got to beat the Chiefs. I'm not picking against the Chiefs until you beat them. Even if the Ravens was playing them next week, I would have picked the Ravens. But I still would have been like, you got to beat the Chiefs. They're not going to beat themselves.
Right.
So I got the Chiefs winning that game, going to the Super Bowl for the third time in a row with a chance of 3-peat for the first team to do that ever. Jaden Daniels and Patrick Mahomes. Damn, who am I gonna pick in that Super Bowl? I'm rocking with Jaden.
There it is. And then last but not least here, obviously your good man Ben Johnson is out of the OC position. He has a head coaching job heading to the Chicago Bears. Give me a little brief summary on what you think that he did for, I guess, both teams. The team with the Lions, and what do you think it's going to, maybe translate into what the Bears got going on with Caleb Williams? Just talk to me a little bit about this from your perspective on this Ben Johnson move.
I like the move. I think he's a good play caller. He's bringing guys in. I heard he bring in Dennis Allen as a defense coordinator. Dennis Allen was the previous coach of the Saints. He was the Saints coach since Sean Payton, so that's probably been like 4 or 5 years or whatever. So he has definitely been a head coach twice, so he will be able to help him in his transition from becoming offense coordinator to a head coach for the first time in his career. He's going to bring guys around him that's, like-minded and that can help him out in his process of becoming a head coach. This is the difference that I see. Obviously, the Lions was a top 5. They were number 4 in offense, then they was number 3 in offense, and they was number 2 in offense with him being offense coordinator.
Right.
But this is going to be the difference. Obviously, the Lions' offensive line was fire.
Right.
You're going to need a really good offensive line coach to come over there, and I'm sure he's probably going to take a lot of the offensive staff that he had in Detroit. He's going to take them over there and give them higher, more money and higher jobs over there than they had over here. He's going to do that because he's going to have an offense coordinator, but he is the head coach and he's going to call plays as well. But just like, whatever, he's going to call plays. He's still going to have an offense coordinator though. But this is going to be the big difference right here. Detroit played in the dome.
Yeah.
So all them plays and all them things that you can do with no weather and no wind and no this and no that, you're going to be doing that now in Chicago. It's cold as shit by October 20th. So that changes things on how you want to call games. Bro, the Lions played in 14 games last year where they were in a dome. 14. So it's like, that's going to change things. He's going to lean more into his creative run game. And I just want to see how it's going to be with Caleb Williams being under center and running that stuff that Jared Goff run. Do he want to run that? Because we shall see. I want to see how he's going to help develop Caleb Williams. That's going to be exciting to see. I'm excited to see him. We're going to see how it works. Chicago got weapons. They have a decent defense. So maybe they can make some noise in the NFC next year.
No, absolutely. And with that, my good people, man, we are what am I forgetting now?
One thing. No, this ain't something you forgot, but shout out to my dog, Mylan Hicks, man. It's his birthday
Oh,
today.
yes, it is.
His birthday today. My friend died. Man, what was this, 2016?
Yeah,
So
2016.
it's been almost 10 years, bro. He died. He's been 32 today. We love you, dog. We always think about you. You already know. You always right here. We
Absolutely.
love you, man. And I just had to give my dog a shout out for his G-Day, man. My dog was a little nerd, bro. Bro, this little motherfucker used to be on the computer doing all type of crazy shit. And you would never know. I used to be like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? He used to be in there fixed, bro. He used to be doing some crazy shit. I used to be like, dog, you won't even speak about nothing, and you just be doing all this crazy shit. No, I used to be fucking with him like that. But happy birthday, bro. Love you, bro. Continue to watch over us, man. And yeah, it's all love, baby.
No, absolutely. We're just going to go ahead, and I didn't forget. Thank you for stopping me. Obviously, Mylan Hicks did a lot for me in my time at Michigan State. He's done a lot for a lot of great people within the Detroit area, from where he's from to all the people he's impacted at Michigan State at his time being. Salute you, brother, for real. Thank you so much for everything and game that you gave me. Keep looking over us, as you just said, like my good brother T. Lippett. And with that, you guys have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. See y'all.